Hey guys, this is John, and welcome to a tradition unlike any other. It's Title Tuesday on chess.com. 11 rounds of 3+1 blitz. Let's go. We got Magnus, we got Hikaru in the field. Who are we playing? WP. Okay, I played this player before. Let's start with knight f3. Trusty ready opening. Oh, I also need to put the chat in emote only mode, which I always forget to do. Okay, knight c3. Yeah, and most likely black's going to go d5. I'm just going to take and play d4. Yeah, let's play the bishop out here. Easy peasy. Not trying to do anything fancy in this first game. I found in Title Tuesday, usually what you just want to settle in as soon as you can. So that's what I intend to do. Let's play bishop f4 here. Look for a swap. Okay. All right, I'll take. Go queen c2. All right. Prepare b4, b5. I played so many Queen's Gambit declines in Title Tuesday, but I just can't help it. I like the opening a lot. I really do. It's a perennial favorite of mine. Okay, so yeah, black's gonna put a rook on c8 most likely. Let's see. Knight d2 makes sense here, but then knight e4. Don't really want to play b4. I'm just going to start with h3. Let's see how black plays. Yeah. Let's go knight d2. Knight d2. And then we'll step here and attack. Possibly hop up to c5 if black goes a4. Yeah, I think we'll almost certainly do that. Oh. So you're giving me the pawn, huh? All right, I'm going to take you up on that. Could still play knight c5. But I got to imagine this is correct. And now they're going to argue that... I don't know what they're going to argue. Let's go here. Interesting choice for black, en passant or not. Remember, this is 1 second increment, but for all intents and purposes, I do believe you have to treat these games just like a 3+0 game. So what you see in my using the clock as a weapon series, it's probably going to be a little less aggressive than that. There's more nerves. There's a higher level of competition in Title Tuesday. But ideally, I would like to keep that same mentality if I can through these 11 rounds. Okay, knight d5. Ooh, now I really like this and pivot the knight to c5 because that blocks out this bishop. They've got this super strong pawn on c4, but I think my knight on c5 and the extra pawn in general is going to compensate for that. So looking good. Pre-move this just in case they take. I really doubt they will, but you never know. Let's go here. Okay. Kind of want my queen over here just to hedge against queen g5. But they go there. Okay. So the rook can swing. Yup, makes sense. I did miss that move. Shouldn't be anything crazy, though. This knight also is not doing much, though. It's kind of an issue. All right, let's go here. Might need to shift my pieces a little bit. This might look weird, but I think I'm going to play this and then start moving my rooks over because I don't really see what they're doing on the queen side anymore. I'm probably not going to play a4 anytime soon. So just for defensive purposes, let's do this. Rook g5, I'm going to go here. I don't know that I've ever played this maneuver, like sending the rooks to f1, e1 after they're already on b1, c1. But there tends to be a first time for everything in Title Tuesday. I mean, someday maybe e4. I don't think I'm quite ready for that yet. But someday maybe. Because I gotta watch knight f4 constantly. Like now this is more realistic. I'm actually not sure black should have played this move. Maybe they're gonna go f5, but then e4 hits even harder. So I got this lined up. Yeah, so I might be ready to do this next. One of these moves that looks consistent, rook g5, but I think is actually a mistake. Okay, so they move that back. Take on c6, looks too greedy. Puts me in a pin. Yeah, let's just stick with the script. Knight e6, yeah. Okay, I'm going to take. I know I was harping on that bishop on a8, but my knight is no better on a5, but I am up a pawn. So we got that going for us. Okay, let's go here. I want to see if I can get black to blunder. Just trying to improve my queen a little bit too. Step here. Queen takes h3, super tempting, but not going to work. Okay. Let's press them on the clock here. Okay, yeah, they're going for opening the position. I'm going to play a solid move here. I just don't want to risk anything when they're in time pressure. Double the rooks next. Let's bring this up. Do I want to take that? I don't know. I'm gonna go here. Okay, I better trade everything. Go after this pawn. They can take e4, but I think they should lose that ending. Let's go here. Oh, drop that. It's okay. Don't panic, John. You're still up 2 pawns. Oh! I cannot believe I just hung my queen. Oh. I said don't panic and I hung my queen. I jinxed myself. Okay, let's turn emote only off. Yeah, I was trying to coordinate my queen and my rook on a stable square, and that was clearly not a stable square. Their queen was just far enough away where I don't know why I decided to play that move. All right, round 2 here. Let's try to get back on track after blundering our queen in round 1. You guys know what time it is. What better way to try to stabilize the trend of the tournament than playing the Scandinavian? All right, e6. This is a pretty harmless structure that white is adopting, or setup. Yeah, very convenience-based setup. White not getting fancy. I mean, they're probably going to stick the bishop on d2 or maybe f4. Nothing fancy here whatsoever. And against those types of setups, I do think defaulting to e6, c6 with the bishop out on f5, the knight's connected, totally fine most of the time. You can get fancier. You can try to put the knight on c6. I do that in some cases, but it's really not necessary most of the time. Okay, so they're daring me to take, but I think the idea is knight b3 if I do. So let's just drop the queen back. Now I wonder if they're going to go for f4. Would be kind of interesting. I don't know that it's in their best interest to do so, but let's see. Now they play bishop there. All right, so let's develop an attack. They're going to push one of these pawns. This move starts to look kind of tempting. A little bit. Could also check first on h2. Yeah, let's give it a check and then let's go here. See whether white wants to retreat a knight or play bishop e3. Okay, knight e2. A little bit awkward looking. Just going to castle short. Maybe a5 was a good move there, actually, but I can play it now. See, this is awkward for white because they can't play f4 very easily. That should somewhat hinder their chances, in my opinion. Let's go here. I'm going to take and play knight b6. b5, c5. There's some vague ideas of knight c4 in some cases because of the alignment here. Okay. Knight d5 maybe at this point. Looks pretty good. Just looking for shots they could throw at me. I think I'm going to go for this. Yeah, and they go right back. Just going to play a useful move now. How about this? Let's ask some questions here. c3. Seems a little shaky. All right, let's bring this over. I think they're just going to play rook a1 and try to trade everything. Or not. I don't know. I'm a little behind. No, actually, I'm okay on the clock. I thought I was a little behind. But this looks really tough to defend for white. Without blundering something. I mean, maybe knight c1. So I've got knight a4 coming. Knight a5. Okay, so knight a4 makes a lot of sense here, I think. Let's do it. Little knight. What? My opponent just did what I did last game. Double Botez Gambit. Game 1, game 2. The universe is in balance. The human condition. Here we are, on to round 3. Let's try not to make it 3 out of 3 in terms of queen hangs, unless my opponent wants to gift me their queen. That would be great. We're playing Don Michel Corleone. All right, let's play d5. I'm a big fan of The Godfather. I don't know if this is a reference to those movies, but if so, I'm a fan. All right. Yeah, so against this setup where they delay the development of the kingside knight, I really like playing bishop g4. Let's play e6. Yeah, and now here... Okay, so they haven't played bishop d2, which is interesting. I'm just going to pause for just a second. Yeah, I'm going to play bishop e7. So I could have gone for c5 on the last move if I had not committed to e6. But since I've already committed to e6, I'm just going to play it this way, which is also fine. Line up with the king. Oftentimes they play king h1 or bishop e3. Yep, king h1. Let's just castle now. And oftentimes black is going for c5. That's not the only plan, but very often that's what they will do. Stop white. We're not interested in taking this pawn. That's very risky. At minimum, white has rook b1. But generally, you don't want to be in too much of a hurry to take that. Okay, now here, I think I can take the opportunity to play knight a6, because d5 is not a threat. So I'm going to play knight a6 and then knight here. If d5, I'll play bishop c5. And I like playing the knight to b4 when white is committed to a4, because there's no a3 to bug that knight. That's the premise here. Knight e4. Okay, so I think white's angling for c3. Play knight d5. Yeah, let's go here. Let's attack this bishop. Possible bishop f2. Then I wonder if queen b4 makes some sense. Queen b4, queen d3 maybe. Looks interesting. Yeah, let's go here. Attack this and also this. Queen d3 just looks a little awkward. Maybe they'll still play it because they can figure that they're going to kick me back. But a4 is kind of loose. Got options here. I have options. But let's just play rook d8. I'll play queen b6 on c3, just retreat. Okay, so I think the position looks pretty okay. Engine might say white's a little bit better here. It tends to like the solid pawn on d4 in such positions, but I've got some annoying stuff going on. I'm okay with this. My pieces look okay. The c5 plan is frustrated for now, but that's fine. Okay. Let's play bishop e8. Rearrangement going on. Okay. I'll play g6. Just shut down this battery. c4, knight b4. Try to pick up the pace a little bit. Both of us are playing a little bit slower than I think we'd like. This is a maneuvering affair. Maybe play rook c8, queen a7, b6, work up to c5 at some point. Queen h6, I can always play bishop f8 if I want. Not very worried about that. I mean, I might just take this pawn at some point too. Really? That one, huh? Let's go here. Wait, really rearranging. Queen c1, bishop b1. Uh-huh. I think time to take this. And then we'll go here. And maybe play for c5 now that there's no white knight sitting on e4. Yeah, this feels correct. I'm going to go for it. Trade. Ooh, takes with the bishop. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's go here. Now, it's nice that this is defended, so like rook f1 won't be hitting that f7 pawn or threatening it yet. I might be able to go e5 sometime soon. Okay, fine. Yeah, so knight e5, they want to take everything. Let's play this. Go f6. All right, watch that time, John. Now I'm down on the clock. Trade queens. Let's bring the king up. Feel like I'm gaining some nice control here because I'm on b2 as well. Just take everything. Oh, they can take there. They can take. Okay, this is not over, though. This is still going to get complicated. This might actually still be good for me. Here? Wow, complex. They're getting discombobulated. Okay, now it feels like I should win. Let's play check. Yeah, and they got to give that up. Wow. Whew. Okay, I won. Rook takes e7. I saw it right after it happened, but actually my king got very active. I had 2 pawns for the knight at that point, and I won the e4 pawn. So, okay, I'll take it. Ooh. Never easy in Title Tuesday. That was a really tense game. On to round 4. By the way, I should say, if I face the Visu opening in this tournament, I've already mentally resolved not to take the rook. I'm not going to play bishop takes a3, bishop takes a6. Just going to keep on developing, keep trying to use the clock as a weapon, not play into their hands by capturing the rook. Maybe if things really go south, I will play that opening later, but we still need to stabilize after that rocky start, giving my queen up. So we're playing Alberto, FIDE master from Germany. I think Germany has the most FIDE masters of any country, by the way. I think they might even have the most title players of any country. If anyone wants to look that up. That's what I remember from several years back. All right, playing our exchange Slav. I really like this weapon, especially in fast games. Just super simple to play. Big pause by black. A6. I mean, surely they've faced this opening before. This is nothing groundbreaking. Okay. Bishop d6. I'll probably play bishop g3. They're playing kind of conservative. Okay, let's go bishop d3. And if they chase me, I might play bishop e5, but they don't. Okay, let's play h3. I wonder if they're going to go bishop d6 now. That's sometimes a thing people do, so that bishop g3 is less attractive when you're taking with the f-pawn. But no, bishop d7. All right, let's send the knight in. This already looks a little passive for black. I'm not sure I like what they're doing, but it's not my problem. Okay, which way to take? I guess I'll take with the pawn just to force them to play knight e8. And then, yeah, let's castle. Probably I'll go for knight e2, knight e4 at some point. Yeah, looks like a good maneuver. Target that bishop on c6. And look at this. We've got a minute lead on the clock. Really, really like to see that. Ooh, I think they blundered. Bishop h7 or queen c2. My tactical radar is pinging. Both moves very good here. Tempting between those options. Yeah, this is... I don't want to spend too much time. I'm prone to doing this. Let's just play the bishop takes. It's more forcing. They're going to have to take it. If king h8, queen h5, I think is just winning. Now queen takes c7 coming next. This secures a pawn with a much better position because I'm getting to the 7th rank too. And they're going to have a hard time moving, even though they have the 2 bishops. So really good outcome here, guys. Let's keep the heat on. Take. Play a free pre-move. Remember, rook takes c7 only registers if black takes the queen. So that's what I mean by free pre-move. I think they should play probably b5 here. They play a5, very similar. Yeah, they're trying to get some activity. I take b7, rook b8. I see your point. Let's just go here. Possible future queen takes b7 coming up. Whoop. Want to pre-move this again. All right, black really flirting with disaster on the clock and in a tough position. So this is where we need to keep the pedal to the floor. Okay. Let's do this. D7. Now this bishop's a little bit pesky, but their coordination is lacking. Ooh, did they blunder this? It's a tough move to meet for them. Is this bishop suddenly looking bad? Rook over. And where is this going? All these squares are covered. I think that wins a piece. And should just win the game. G5, yeah. This doesn't change anything. Just go here. All right. Exchange Slav. Looks like black's going to flag or resign. All right, we take it. Little preview for you guys. I'm going to be writing a fairly compact D4 course for Chessable coming up this year, probably released towards the end of the year. And I'm almost certain I'm going to recommend the Exchange Slav from the white side. And you can just see how practical and deadly it is in a game like this. I just really think it's a nice streamlined way to play. Nice thing about it is you don't have to prepare for separate systems. So you don't have to worry about semi-Slav, Shebanenko Slav, Schlechter Slav, the pure Slav, which is when black plays D takes C4 coming up. You just merge all those and you just take the pawn on D5. And it plays a lot like a London, but one in which I do think black has to be even more careful a lot of times because they're trying to equalize in a symmetric position down a half move, which is a lot harder than it seems many times. Okay, so we chalk up that win. Here we are, on to round 5. I'm playing GM Fair Chess on YouTube. This is Dmitry Andreikin, a Title Tuesday regular, one of the best blitz players online. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm just going to play my usual. I'm not going to try to get creative against a really strong player. Let's go. We're going to play the Slav. Yeah, okay, let's take. Okay, they're going aggressive. They're going aggro. I'm going to play bishop g4. Try to get the bishop outside the chain. Play e6. And we're going to have a complicated fight. Generally, that's what you want against a good player. In my experience, you want the complex battles. Ooh. And this is getting complex. We have some mutual queening situation. That'd be interesting. We're just going to go knight d5. let's just play h6 now, because you don't want this to come in. I know I'm giving them the pawn here, but bishop g5 can be really annoying. After bishop e7, take, knight d6. I'm just going to look to develop. I've got my bishop outside the chain. It's equal material. I think this should be fine. Long term, I want to go for c5, but I need to prep that. Let's go here. Let's see if they play bishop d3. They do. Could castle, actually. Let's see what he does against castles. I think taking would be normal, but I actually think this provides some nice defensive flexibility. The pawns are a little weird looking. But is he going to go h4 against that? Probably. Okay, so maybe I should play g5 here. g5, queen g6, though. Okay, this is my backup move. Not thrilled to play this move, but I'm going to do it. Let's go for c5. I need to pick up the pace. I cannot be down on the clock against this guy. He's too good. Okay, take. Knight takes, I take here. Which I wonder if he missed that. Could take with the queen. I don't see anything particularly wrong with it, although I should keep this in mind. I think he will take with the queen. Takes with the knight. Take queen g3 is the idea? Guess so. Take queen g3, queen b8. Looks weird. Nah, f4. I don't like the look of that. Okay, this is where it's dangerous. The pawn on e6 is hit too. It's annoying. I think I'm just going to take. Look at this knight situation. Let's just go back now. Take. E6. Also bishop h4 maybe? Bishop h4. Queen d6 though is annoying. The heck is going on here? Take g6 if I do that. I'm getting dizzy from these knights. Getting dizzy from these knights, as Sakara would say. Okay, I did exactly what I said I didn't want to do, but the position is complicated. Didn't want to be behind the clock, but it has come to this. Okay, take. He's just keeping it simple. Here. Wait, can't I take? I'll take. He has queen b3. Yikes. Here can go rook e1. Missed that move. All right, not good, not good. Yeah, I'm busted here. Definitely busted. I'll try to somehow defend, but not optimistic. Yeah, queen check, bishop c3. That's going to put me in the meat grinder. Any tricks here? Not really. Yeah, time to resign. I got crushed that game. Well played. Well played to fair play. What can I say? I think the key moment was when he offered me that pawn on e5. I thought that would be good for me. Knight takes e5, getting the knight square. But queen g3, it was too hard to keep this together, even though I'm up a pawn. All right, we're coming up with round 6 next. I'm drinking some coffee. You wanna? Round 6. I have the white pieces against Wilson Palencia. Let's mix it up. Let's play e4 in this one. Coming off a pretty well-played game by my opponent. I really got to give him credit for that. I just got outplayed by a very strong blitz opponent and strong player in general, GM Andreikin. So let's go. Okay, we'll play an open Sicilian. I used to play this a lot from the white side. Used to be my primary weapon. Okay, I'm going to play bishop c4. I feel like this line has been somewhat neutralized recently, but I do know it better than others. Other lines, that is. Yeah, so we'll play like this. This is really testing my theoretical knowledge. Let's go king b1. I think that's correct. And then let's play bishop h6. Yep, this is a common exchange sacrifice. Seems like black really knows what they're doing. So I'm just going to try to play chess as best I can. Knight f5 is always a thing here. There's also f4. Wait a second. f4. Try to get knight takes queen takes g6. f4, they're going to play knight g4, I suppose, though. Yeah, and then my queen gets trapped. Knight f5 doesn't look too appetizing. Okay, let's play a4. Just to make some retreat room. Yep, no, they threaten. Okay, got to step aside. I'm going to retreat here and try to give a pawn, because I'm getting a little worried about their queenside initiative. This move feels really wrong, but you know, I am up the exchange for a pawn. The exchange sack that black did is a pretty customary one. So I played better Sicilians than this, I think, but black's booked up, it seems. Let's just play chess. Let's play the position in front of us. That's all you can do. If they take queen b2, I'm not unhappy with that. I don't think. This is often just a dead weight pawn being double isolated. Yeah, let's not fall too far behind on the clock. Okay, f4 I'm looking at again. f4 is very tempting here, but probably not best. Let's bring this over. Maybe work up to it. Tempted to go for it with g4 as well, but I don't think that's going to make much sense anymore, now that my queen is away from black's king. f4, knight c4. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to take push e5. And I'm thinking if I can play e6 at some point, that's going to be kind of disruptive. That's my theory here. Like, now would be a really interesting moment for it. I could also think about taking. Tough call. e6 feels correct. Let's do it. I know they can take, knight takes f4. But I want to open this up. Let's just bring this back now. Whoa, you're going to grab that one for real. Okay, seems a little greedy, but I get you. They want knight takes h4. Okay, let's go here. That is a lot of pawns, I mean, in fairness. Are they just going to collect pawns and ask what I'm going to do? That might not be a bad strategy. Okay, let's take. Yeah, I'm really down on the clock here, obviously. Not great. Position might be okay because I'm going to win the a4 pawn, but I don't know about this. Wonder queen d4, please. That would be great. Just take this. Queen b6. Cool. Trying my best here, but this is really tricky. Don't hurt me. Oh, now they can play check. Yeah, knight e3. Nice. Yeah, the time disadvantage really hurt me there. That's pretty clear. I cannot do that. Time to resign. Yeah, good game by my opponent. They kept the pressure on. I didn't ever really kind of secure my king. My king was always sort of mixed up. Like even here, I have a feeling the eval is fine, but very tough position to play with no time. And that's part of the game. Okay, well, on 3 out of 6. And here we go. We are on to round number 7. We get another opportunity for our favorite opening, our old standby, playing I am Balla Tamas. Getting a lot of Scandi practice in. You know, I would bet that I actually have a better score with black in Title Tuesday than white. I'm curious what you guys think. Maybe tell me in the comments. Do you think it's actually easier a lot of times to play with the black pieces in a blitz game? Because that's been my long-held, not statistical belief, but just from a mental standpoint. When you're playing black, you're just playing your openings. Most people have studied their black openings more than their white openings. And I feel like with blitz being so bang-bang, it's just easier to play the black pieces a lot of times. That's how I feel. So maybe that's why I breathe a sigh of relief. When I face e4, I get to play my Scandi. This is identical to one of my games earlier, by the way. Yeah, king h1. It's castle. Bishop b3 this time. Okay, bishop b3. That move, I feel like I should play c5 or a5. I'm going to go c5 in this one. I 'm They might play bishop e3, in which case we can take. All right. Yeah, let's take. I feel like they want to put a knight on e4. Let's go here. Well, he could play knight a4, but that kind of feels wrong somehow. I don't think they're going to do that. I want to line up with their queen nonetheless, regardless. Okay. Yeah, let's take. Pawn or knight? What's it going to be? Knight. Okay. Fair. Very fair. Now, if they move this bishop, I might have bishop b5. So I don't think they're quite in a position to do that yet. Ah, they want this one. Okay, so I should probably go here now. And let's get ready for them to pop out here and try to attack me with this. Like maybe I want to go knight d4, knight f5. But I got to time it right. If I do it right away, bishop a5 still works. No, I got to be careful here. Should probably play this move, I feel. Bishop e8. I played this in the other game too, and it was really handy. Let's do it again. Yeah, now I think this move is very important. There's no bishop a5 anymore. I want to pivot this knight to f5 where it helps hit the queen and most importantly, defend g7. Defend that g7 point. Okay, so now we're on the queen. Any fork possibilities? Probably not. Knight e3 they can always take. But all right, I like how I've coordinated here. This looks good. Knight f6 doesn't do anything. I just take. And that wins for black. Queen e5. Okay, so they might have g4 at the end, I think is what they're saying. Yeah. Fair. Okay, let's go here. Bishop a5 I can take. And now, wait, which way to take? I could take this way, actually. Blundering bishop a5 because I have this. Hit this rook. This looks kind of scary, but I actually don't think white should have anything if I play this correctly. When you play the Scandi, you have to get used to counterattacking a lot. And I don't feel like white should be able to land much if I play this correctly. That's a big if, I know. But maybe next I play queen b5 if I really need it. Bully white's queen off the e5 square. Try to get more aggressive, but let's see what white does. They might try to force things with this. But then, okay, yeah, they're not going to force it. So queen b5 is a safe move here. I think that's just a decent move if I want to play it. I think I'm gonna. Oh, wait, do they have knight f6 then? Wow, they actually have knight f6 against that move. Yikes. Annoying. Okay, now I'm not sure what to do. Let's go rook c8. Took way too long to play that, but queen b5, knight f6, amazing move. I think was working for white. But okay, let's focus. Knight g5. Okay, reinforce. Oh, I blundered. Can I do this, though? Who's winning here? Just run. No queen takes f5. Back rank. Boom. Get the fork. Force the queen trade. Force the queen trade. I got the dark square bishop covering h8. Woo! Well, that was quite the Scandi counterattacking game. I blundered knight takes f7, but it actually worked out well. Ooh. And we're on to round number 8, playing N. Mullodzhanov. Let's play in English in this one. This looks like a youngster, just judging by how small he is in his picture. So I'm going to play some old man chess and play some English opening. Let's play the Botvinnik English. All right, d3. That's the extent of my opening preparation. Look at their profile picture. Does this look like a tactical whiz kid who knows a lot of opening theory? Okay, let's play something a little slower. I do like this system, though. Yeah, I'm going to take... Go knight e2. So I've already got the makings of a nice little pawn wedge on the king side. Could play f5. I wonder if he's going to close it down completely if I do that. Could also play g4 first. g4 f5 gets complex. Okay, let's play it with this closed scenario. I think this is going to be a little annoying for black to play. Wow, doesn't close it. I'm surprised. All right. Let's see if black persists in trying to avoid this move, because if they play g5, yeah, I don't think they're going to play it. All right, so now f6 becomes kind of interesting. But let's just play knight g3. I've got this pawn defended. Yeah. Let's come here. I mean, gutsy the way that black's playing this. I would not have done this myself, but that's what makes chess interesting. I'm going to play b3. Now, I'd like to take advantage of this queen sitting here. That would be amazing, but don't know quite how to pull that off. Let's play queen f3 to start. Hint at f6. Obviously need to keep this defended, though. That's just a prerequisite. Queen f6. Okay, now I wonder if take queen g4 could be good. Looks kind of nasty for black. Let's try it. I know I abandoned d3, but to threaten bishop takes g5, we're willing to do that. And I'm seeing if this I can play h4. This is my idea. Queen h8, is that possible at that point? Or queen g7 even? I don't know, this could get weird. We're going to find out. Can also think about taking, but nah. Let's go here. Got to push. Close our eyes and push. I think these are the critical moves in this position. They both look very weird. Takes, though. Really? Okay. Now, I might take with the king. That might be the thing to do. I wonder if he's just going to take on d3 at the end, though. Probably is. Ooh, this is a close call, actually. He's probably going to take on d3. And if I take with the queen, there's queen h8. Queen h3, then knight takes d3. Take. Very tricky. Boy, I'm not sure. I'm going to take with the king. Yeah, that knight is coming to f4. I mean, I admit that's annoying. Let's play for an attack. I'm not going to take that rook. I think I'd do them a favor if I took on f8. So we're going to play like this. Try to play for a checkmate of some sort. I don't know how I'm going to weave this mating net, but we'll attempt to figure it out. But got to play faster. Okay, there's bishop g5. Let's do it. Whoa, that gets mated. That's a opera mate. Okay. I was not expecting the game to end that way. I didn't think he would make it that easy. Just blundered, though. Yeah, queen g7 was the key move there. Queen g7. And I don't know what's going on after queen g7. Like, this looks so awkward, but it keeps the queen close to the black king. Let's chalk up the win. Here we go. Round 9. I'm playing NM Imported Italian Maple. 25-52. Are we going to see yet another e4 game? Yes, we are. Everyone wants something of my scan. I got to keep playing it because I keep winning with it. So, in addition to the fact that I just enjoy it. Now, I really think knight e5 is the most dangerous move. We actually don't face it too often, but knight e5, it's the move that scores best for white. But white plays bishop c4. This is also completely fine. But I enjoy these positions. The idea is bishop b4. And possibly putting the knight on c6 instead of the pawn on c6. Yep. So all normal stuff. White almost always plays a3, either now or in the near future. Take, queen b6. Now d5 is very tempting, but it gets people in trouble because black castles queenside if white does that. And very often black will castle queenside anyways. But let's see what white does here. This is one of the main lines of how this queen a5 is played nowadays, with putting the knight on c6 in some cases. But it's situational. You know, I had a game where I put the pawn on c6 earlier in the tournament. That was against a much more passive line. This is more principled for white, so it demands something a little more active. Okay, queen e2. Now, I think queen e2, I actually want to play... Now, queen e2, there's bishop g4, there's d5. Yeah, so let's play this. Now, watch for this move or possibly this move. If white tries to prevent bishop g4 with h3, I can definitely think about bishop e4 instead. Knight e5. Okay. Yeah, this move, probably just want to take. Knight takes d4, I end up losing f7. Yeah, let's just take. Oh, takes with the pawn. Okay, I was expecting take with the queen. So knight e4 or something else. Hmm. Let's play knight d5. Could have some trades here if white wants to take, but I think it would be more principled for white to try to keep the bishop pair. If they take, I might take with the pawn, interestingly. That wouldn't be crazy to try to go d4. Well, let's see. Now I've got a big time edge. Yeah, they do take. Now, I think if I take with the rook, it's just going to trade down. And that's fine, but I kind of want to take with the pawn and see what happens. So let's do it. Let's try to mix this up a little bit. Also opens up queen g6 as a possibility. Ooh, d4, d3 is going to be a problem for white, right? Okay, they have something against that, I see, but let's start with d4. So d3, they can play queen f3. I think they're very fortunate that they have that. But what if I play queen g6 first? Let's go here first. Various ideas. Maybe they just play rook d1, like rook f d1 or something. But we'll see. Tick tock. Yep, they do play that. Okay, let's take. Let's dare them to take this. I don't know if they should. Probably not. I'm thinking bishop d3 at that point. But let's try to put white under pressure. This is what you want to do when your opponent is very low on the clock. They do take it. Okay. All right. Let's go here. Now, I was thinking b6 in this position. But that's not the only move. But realistically, what are you going to do against that? Let's play it. King b7, a5. I take. They go there. I see your point. But they're still kind of trapped, actually. Here's what we're going to do. How does your bishop get out? I know I can't win it yet, but how does your bishop get out? I might have rook a8 soon. Like if I play rook a8 now, what is white doing? I don't know, so let's try it. Oh, they have rook c1. Oh no, but I can go here, right? Threaten checkmate. Ah, that's clever. Okay, I'm going to try to run my king over. Oh, did I blow this? Oh, they ran into mate. Woo. Okay. I think I might have blown that in a time scramble. I wonder if they could have played G6 right here. That would have been a tough move to meet. G6. Idea, if bishop takes, they take, and my rook is so unfortunately positioned, I can't stop the pawn. I think that might have worked for white. Let's see. Yeah, G6. Somehow it's still, I'm still holding with some very tough move. Yeah, I nearly botched that. I do think my play leading up to that point was pretty good, though. New game sound. Oh. Yes, you are correct. Oh, my. Okay. I did not realize another game would start so soon, but here we go. Round number, round number 10. I feel weird because chat had to alert me that the new game sound popped up, but I'm pretty sure I would have noticed. But okay, well, let's keep it simple once again. Sorry, I was so engrossed in my analysis of that game. I just had to find the truth. Yeah, bishop b4 is the move here. Okay, let's castle. This is all normal stuff. Bishop takes c6 is probably the principled thing to do. But black can play bishop takes c3. And that leads to equality. So this one, I play this from time to time. It's a way for white to try to unbalance the position. We'll see how black reacts. Queen a5. That one I'm not sure about. Queen a5. Okay, let's go here. Now maybe a3. If take, I take, and then my queen is defending the bishop. Wow, they withdraw that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to attack this pawn. This looks a little awkward for black, I would say. I think I played this player in the last Title Tuesday, actually. They might have to sack a pawn here, because I don't think you really want to play b6 and box in your queen on the side of the board. And they can't play rook b8, remember, because of this bishop. So they might play something like knight h5. Actually, knight h5 is probably a good move. They don't play it, though. They're not stream sniping. Looks awkward. Let's just play h3. Rook c6. Maybe I go knight e5. I want my pawn to hop to b4. That would be great. It's a little hard to organize, though. Let's go here. This takes the pressure off b7, but I think it might be worth it to be able to play this move. Okay, I'm going to take. Let's push now. Takes, I can take with the queen and keep this defended. Thinking maybe knight b3 and try to hop the knight in here. Yeah, like this. Stops a5 too. There's bishop d6, I suppose. But no plays that. Now this maybe. Rook d8 to stop it gets trapped with knight a4. it's looking promising. I also have queen a4, perhaps. The knight is super annoying for black. I feel like they're just going to have to dig in and defend somehow, like a6 or something. I'm up on the clock, actually. Let's keep it going. They take. Take this way. Let's go here. That queen is awfully boxed in. Trying to press them on the clock. Up the exchange now. Ugh. I blew it. Ugh. Kind of like last time I played that player. I just blew it in a time scramble. That's disappointing. All right, here's our final round. We're sitting on 6 out of 10. Final round, Title Tuesday. I can still reach 7. Let's try to make it a good one. Are we going to see e4 again? Which I think would make... No. Andreikin played c4 against me, I think. Maybe someone else avoided e4. But playing FMJG, 17, 25, 79. Let's keep going. What can I say? Shout out to Scandi enjoyers and Scandi haters alike. Yet more practice in this opening. I've got some good stuff. Yeah, and this was just like the last Scandi game. Knight c6. Rook e1. Okay, so white's trying to delay a decision. That's an interesting choice. I think I'm just going to castle short this time. And I think d5 is still going to kind of liquidate. Maybe they even lose this pawn at the end. So we're not afraid of d5. Likely I'm going to put a rook on d8. And then try for similar plans as before. Okay, b3. Yeah, let's play rook a d8. Because this starts to create irritating pressure, and a lot of times white's best thing to do is to try to repeat the position. For example, if h3, okay, white plays a4. Probably should play a5 against this. But for example, if h3, bishop e4, threatening to take and then take on d4. It's often in white's best interest just to play knight g5 and try to force black back. I go there. So I think they want to take and try to win a5. That's maybe a reason keeping the other rook on a8 could have been better, but I think that's pretty minor. And I have knight e4 if I want it. Or knight d5 for that matter. Let's go knight d5. Yeah, and now let's go for the pin. We'll see if white just plays this slow with c3. No, they take. Really? Okay, I'm kind of surprised by that. Do they want queen takes knight e5? Because I can also play this if I want, which I might do. Yeah, because I see their point with knight e5, so I think I'm going to take here and just play it like this. Queen f3, queen takes c6. C4. Really? Okay. They're going to sack a pawn? No. Okay, so pawn takes or knight takes? Knight takes just looks like the most obvious and consistent thing to do, so let's do it. Rook d1. Can I start trying to grind them like rook d7 at that point? Yeah, let's go here. d5, rook d8, and put pressure on this pawn. They're probably going to have to try to double rooks here. It's probably no better for me. They're going to start bringing up their king. But okay, I feel pretty good about this. Let's play b6. We're probably just looking at an equal position. If e5, there's d5, so I'm not going to play that. Play h5. Knight e7, maybe. Yeah, pivot. This could be a maneuvering battle. Let's go here. This is controversial because obviously this pawn could become weak. Ooh. Interesting. All right, let's take. So knight f5 is obvious, but they're going to play g4 against that. Let's go here. I'm also going to bring up my king. This is tough to say. Like, white could play h4 at some point to get a passed pawn, but that passed pawn might be weak. There's a lot of pieces on board. That could be a liability for white between h4 and d4. And my knight always has f5 to go to. That one. All right, let's start with king g6. I think I can kind of torture white here with my knight if I play this wisely. It's probably still equal, but there is some annoying potential for me. I can't get too cute, though, with the time situation. Let's go here. Don't get cute, John. F5, maybe? Let's go here. Interesting. I know I keep saying that. I should stop saying it, but... Is this pawn strong or weak? I don't know. I should probably go... Yeah, okay. Okay. Hit the bishop. Whoa, I missed that move. They take. Okay, White's definitely botching this. Oh. Whoops-a-daisy. Okay. I'll take it. Figuratively and literally. Knight takes b6. All right. Yeah, White overpressed there. They kind of did what I did in the last game. Overpressing in the opponent's time pressure. Just got out of control. This was a nice move. I didn't see that move. But they need to play rook takes c6 here. Rook takes c6. And then I don't know what would have happened. Because there's still this pin. Looks like White's a little bit better. Okay, so we move to 7 out of 11. We finish at 7 out of 11. That seems to be, you know, if I'm playing decently well, the score I can get. It's achievable in Title Tuesday. Whew. Yeah. So I really think this game was pretty equal throughout. Engine says White's very slightly better here, but after the queen trade in particular, I didn't feel like I had any issues. A technical position here has arisen. I just get philosophically interested in some of these positions. Do you guys ever experience this where you would love to play the position with more time just from a purely intellectual chess standpoint? That's what this type of middle game felt like. But anyways, I will leave it here for the YouTube viewers. Thanks so much for watching. Some really entertaining games, resources back and forth, some time pressure. I give myself like a B+ for this arena. B+, maybe an A- if I'm being real generous with myself. Could have been better at times, but I do feel like I played well. Time management could be better, but I think my play overall was pretty solid, aside from that blunder in the first game. So thanks, YouTube, for watching. Let me know your feedback. Always appreciate you guys following me in this tradition unlike any other. See you guys again soon.